At the very outset, it gives me immense pleasure in presenting the chapter of cost accounting. Among that, this is the last chapter of BCom final year, that is activity based costing. I, Dr. Kailashpati M. Vishwakarma, Principal, Government First Grade College Chincholi, is going to deliver a lecture on activity based costing. In the activity based costing, I made 3 segmentation. So the first presentation is on activity based costing. The second presentation is on Kaizen costing, and lastly target costing. Dear friends, as there is a change in cost accounting has taken place due to the changes in marketing situation, where the absorption of overhead has been also changed due to the change in the marketing nature, the business environment. The activity based costing is that where the activities are also taken into consideration while calculating the costs. The activity based costing, which emphasize more on activity and performance rather than products produced. So the main aim of activity based costing is to ascertain the activity cost. It means to identify accurate cost of activity, and it is a process of allocating the overhead based on the activities. Activity based costing, costs are allocated according to the activity, which are responsible for occurrence of cost, and the activities are then used as appropriation based for the absorption. So for this activity based costing, there is a definition which is given by CIMA, that is Chartered Institute of Management Accounting, that they defines this activity based costing as it's a cost attribution to the cost unit such as products and services or customer on the basis of benefit received from indirect activities. Example, ordering, setting up, assuring the quality. This is the definition which is given by CIMA. This activity based costing is having certain objectives. They are to ascertain the accurate cost of product by absorbing the indirect cost in a most appropriate base. The second objective is that to use the information for managerial decision such as product mix, price, etc., to ascertain the more appropriate and accurate activity for each cost, to identify value added activities, to check out ways to eliminate non value added activities, to distribute overhead on the basis of activities, to focus on the cost activities, to identify opportunities for improvement and reduction of cost. So these are the some of the objective. By referring this objective, one can easily say that activity based costing is meant for activities which are carried out in the organization. It especially emphasized on, it specially stressed on, it specially refers to the activities of ordering, setting up and absorption basis. So activity based costing has certain advantages. They are as follows. It helps in determination of most accurate and reliable cost of product. So the second significance, that is advantage, is that it enables the manager to take correct decision, as they can use more reliable cost data. So the third one, it will helps in ascertainment of product cost based on the both financial and non-financial data. Then the next advantage is that it enables the manager to control mainly fixed overhead cost by exercising more control the activities which have caused the fixed overhead cost. It recognizes the cost behavior and identifies the value added and non-value added activities. Management information system is strengthened with a better and accurate information. Valuation of inventory is done very accurately by using ABC. It provides accurate cost of each activity. So this activity based costing has advantages, where it is also having certain limitations also. Where there is a pro, there is a cons. Similarly, this activity based costing is also not free from certain limitation, that it's not suitable for small organization. It is a complex in nature. The system of adapting activity based costing is a required, many exercises are to be carried out, so that the small institute, small organization is not suited for this. Then the second limitation is that it is expensive, where the more amount of employees, that is the experts, are required for this installation of activity based costing. It required substantial amount of money for implementation. It requires trained faculties for implementation. It means it required professional for the implementation of activity based costing. So activity based costing is one among the cost accounting branch, where it has emerged as a new phenomenon. The activities are taken into consideration rather than giving more stress, more impact, more on the product and service. So after the discussion of this activity based costing, let us have a at a glance on the Kaizen costing. Dear friends, this Kaizen costing has been coined by Japanese people, where this has two words. One is Kai, another one it is Jen. Kai means change, while Jen means for better, Total togetherly, Kaizen means change for better. The organizational excellency is never achieved through one time effort. It always the process of continuous involvement across number of areas of operation in the competitive business environment. The companies have to learn as how to come out the tough situation with the continuous improvement to explore maximum potential available in a small improvements. The modern Japanese technique, that is what it is, Kaizen casting. It means that it's a word which is meant for change for better. So let us have the meaning of this Kaizen casting. Kaizen casting is one of the technique of casting that focuses on the continuous cost reduction to the existing product, and process is called as Kaizen casting. I'll repeat it once again. Kaizen casting is one of the technique. It's not a method. It's a technique of casting that focuses on the continuous cost reduction to the existing product, and process is called Kaizen casting. Dear friends, for this Kaizen casting, we have certain set of rules for implementation of this Kaizen casting. First of all, we have to list down all the problems. It means that one must know what is our problem. Then only it is possible to find the solution. So first of all, we have to make the list of all the problems which are there in our organization. Then we have to grade the problems according to 3 points. One is minor problem, second one is a difficult problem, and the third one is major problem. We have to try with a very small problem, with a minor problem, where we have to move towards next to difficult, and lastly on a major. No, and always remember, improvement is a part of daily routine. The improvement cannot be expected in a overnight. It required a lot of time for the improvement and the development. So similarly, the improvement cannot be expected in a day, in an hour. It is a routine matter of improvement. So never accept status quo. One must be changed. One must never stop where he was. He must change. There should be some improvement. There should be some movement. Then only the improvement can be achieved. Never reject any idea before trying it. There should be versatility of ideas in your mind. Then only it is possible to have a various quantum of ideas to try it. Share the experiment with your colleague. Share the experiment with your colleague, so that one can find various ideas. So eliminate already tried but failed experiment while sharing the problems with your colleague. Never hide problem. Always highlight them, because the problem, today's problem will be solution of tomorrow. So the problem will melt like a snow. Problem is not a problem unless it is tried. So it is to be properly addressed. So these are the rules which are for the Kaizen casting. So lastly, we have one more concept called one more concept called target costing. Dear friends, this target costing has emerged in the year 1960. The responses to difficult marketing condition, the proliferation of consumer and industrial products of Western firms, where the market in Asia, Japanese companies were also experience shortage of sources and skill needed for the development of new concept, tools and techniques, which were required to achieve with the toughest situation in Western competitor in terms of quality, cost and productivity. The Japanese casting technology is widely practiced in more than 80% of companies in the industries, and more than 60% of the companies processing industries. So that the definition which is given for this target costing is that it is a structured approach to determine the cost at which a proposed product with a specified functionality and quality must produce to generate a desired level of profitability at its anticipated sales price. It means that it is a structured approach of determining the cost at which the proposed product with a specified functionality and quality. It means that it is a to get the desired level of result, and to maximize the profit with a minimized resources, the target costing is a very effective one in the cost accounting. So let us come to the meaning of this target costing. Target costing means a cost management tool for reducing overall cost. The main objective of cost accounting is that the cost should be reduced and the maximum output is obtained. So the fulfillment of that objective of cost accounting is possible only with the help of this target costing. That it is a tool of reducing the overall cost of the product over its entire life cycle with the help of production, engineering, research and design. So this target costing is also having some of the features. They are as follows. It is reviewed as an integral part of a design and introduction of new product. A target selling price is determined using various sales forecasting technique. The target sales price is the establishment of target production volumes, gives the relationship between price and volume. Target costing process is determined, cost reduction targets. A fair degree of judgment is needed. Fair degree of judgment is needed where allowable cost and the target cost differ. There are certain steps which are there in target costing for the installation. It can be called as a stage or steps for installation of target costing. They are as follows. First of all, we have to determine the target price which the customer will be prepared to pay for the product. Deduct the target profit margin for the target price to determine the target cost. Estimate the actual cost of the product. If the estimated actual cost exceed the target cost, investigate the way of reducing the actual cost of the level of target cost. So these are the some of the fundamental basic aspects which I have discussed about activity based costing, Kaizen costing, and target costing. So I wish to share some more videos in my next session. Thank you for patience listening. Thank you one and all.